Hi, this is Mary Beth. I am with the Simple Ways team, and we are here today to talk about the seasonal misery. We live in a house with a ton of woods and plants and flowers. The people who lived here before us actually hired arborists to help plant the house, and so there is a lot growing and blooming right now. And weather-wise, it's my favorite time of the year, but sometimes I am hiding inside because of allergies. I used to have horrific allergies, was on allergy medicine most of my life. And I remember being even in junior high and just constantly blowing my nose and being miserable. I had allergy shots for a long period of time. So I'm really familiar with the misery. I remember even once driving down the highway and had an allergy attack and had so much crud coming out of my face that I had to pull over to the side of the road. So I am very sympathetic and empathetic to those who suffer from allergies. And because of that, I spend a lot of time learning about solutions. And so I want to talk about some of those solutions, but I want to give you a little bit of a teaser and say you might be surprised about some things that we're going to talk about, because we are going to talk about managing. So what do you do just to calm down the response, to calm down the sneezing, the runny nose, the watery eyes, the itchy face? How do you get that under control? But then also, is it possible to reverse allergies? If you've suffered for years and very possibly your suffering gets worse year to year, or if you look at 5-year increments, maybe it's worse now than it was 5 years ago. There's a reason for that, and I would like to propose that it doesn't have to always be that way. And so we're going to talk about some of those things in this really quick video for you today. So we're going to talk about management and reversal, and we're going to start by just going over some basic things that you can do for management. I'm going to give you some products, talk to you about how to use them, talk a little about essential oil safety, and then we'll talk about the possibility of how to help your body on the underneath surface so that maybe you can change your experience in the springtime or whatever season it is that you struggle with. So Serenity is a great one to start with. It's a blend of several oils that are effective. One of the largest components of Serenity is lavender. Lavender is a known antihistamine. It can also help you just feel a little bit more chill when you're outside, maybe with your kids, or on a walk, or running, or just exposed to all of the elements. Whatever it is that's triggering you. You can take Serenity, put it on your temples, on the back of your neck, and that kind of thing. Deep Blue is another great option. You have the oil, you have the rub, and you have the roll-on, and then also we have Deep Blue Touch, which is a roller bottle that is pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil and is great to use for all ages. So those are some options to get started with. You can also use all the Breathe products, are fantastic. The oil, the Touch bottle, which is again is the pre-diluted, safe to use for kids. The respiratory drops and the vapor stick. The vapor stick is like a giant chapstick. And I really like to use the vapor stick by taking other essential oils and dropping them on the top of the vapor stick, and then using the vapor stick almost as a carrier oil to get both the Breathe and maybe some marjoram or maybe some lavender or that kind of a thing. Now the kind of golden trilogy is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Lemon is a great antibacterial. We mentioned lavender being an antihistamine. Peppermint helps with circulation. All of those work really well together, and you can use these in any of the 3 prescribed ways for essential oils. You can use them aromatically, you can use them topically, and you can use them internally. Now, just a safety note, I usually start with least first and then progress as needed. If all you need is aromatically, let's say you just put these 3 oils in your diffuser every night at bedtime, and you're just breathing those oils in at night, and that works for you, great. Let's start with that. If that's not totally cutting it, then let's bump it up a notch and use it topically. Let's put it on a couple times a day, rub it behind your neck or on your chest, on the bottom of your feet. Lemon will also support your immune system. Peppermint can also help you wake up if you're sleepy, and then you do it that way. You can make a roller bottle with it. You can just dump it in your hands. I'm kind of the let me just do it quick sort of person, so some people love to make roller bottles. I usually just like to play with them at the time of the need. And so I'll just dump these 3 in my hand with a little bit of carrier oil, rub on, and keep on going. Now, if you really like these and you would like to use them internally, You can take these and put them in a capsule with a little bit of olive oil maybe, or almond or avocado oil. You can put them straight in a shot glass and chug it, or you can purchase doTERRA's Tri-Ease blend. Now these are lemon soft gels with lemon, lavender, and peppermint already in a capsule. You can take 2 of these per day. There are many people using lemon, lavender, and peppermint who have been able to reduce their need for other forms of management. Now we also have the lavender roller. If you haven't seen that before, again, the touch rollers are the pre-diluted. And then Past Tense is a blend with some wintergreen, some lavender, some chamomile. I love this one because it's already in a roller. I was at an event a few weeks ago where we had this meal with a bunch of people, and there was a lot of talking and sharing, and the whole thing was outside. And it was a potluck. Everybody brought different things, but we usually are inside. And here I get this message saying, we're going to have this big event, and it's all going to be outside, smack dab in the middle of allergy season. And I thought, oh my goodness, my face is going to be exploding. That's just too much for me. And so I took all my oils with me, and Past Tense was one of them. And I had not even a sniffle the whole time I was there. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. So after lavender and Past Tense, I want to talk about something that maybe is a little bit different, and it's the Digest Zen blend. Now, Digest Zen is one of my favorite oils for allergies because it helps with mucus. And you can see in this picture here, you get this mucus production in your sinuses. That's sometimes how you can have respiratory issues. You'll have this buildup in your sinuses, your nose is running all the time. And Digest Zen is considered a mucolytic, so it breaks up mucus. I can't tell you how many times I've applied or taken Digest Zen, and within minutes or within an hour at the most, I'm coughing up crud, or I'm able to breathe or to talk more clearly, or that kind of a thing. So Digest Zen is a great option. Now back to my event that I had outside recently, or I expected to be miserable. One of the most powerful ways to get a good bang for your buck with using essential oils is repetition, repetition, repetition. And for this particular event, so I said, you know, I grew up on allergy medicine. I've done allergy shots. In the past couple of years, the worst that I've experienced is about 1 week of allergies in the spring. So I've come a long way, but we were in that 1 week window, you know, where I was having a little bit of trouble. So I just put oils on me every 15 minutes throughout this event, and I was fine. So if it's not working, or you need it to work a little bit better, just reapply 20, 30 minutes later until you are feeling better. And then I just sailed through the rest of the evening and had a great time. So repetition is really powerful. It's much more effective to take a little bit of oils frequently than a whole bunch of oils all at one time. Now we're going to talk about what's happening on the inside. Now, as we're going along, I would love to hear from you what symptoms bother you the most. And then I can go back and comment or message you if there are some specific symptoms that we maybe didn't address. So please keep me posted as we go through. Now, when you think about allergies, we're having an inflammatory response. That's why your eyes water and your nose runs and you get congested. And so a lot of times respiratory issues are related to what's happening inside your gut. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But a surprising tool that I really like is that, so what's happening in your gut, but also allergies are stored in your liver. And so your liver has this memory of what you're allergic to. So one way to reduce your experience of allergies is to do what you can do to support your liver. And 2 products that doTERRA makes I really like are called Zendocrine in the Zendocrine line. Now the picture on your left, it says they're the detox complex. Now this is not an essential oil. These are herbs that are known to help support the liver. And so this is a great thing to also support your bowels, but it will really help your detox organs. So your liver, your kidney, your colon. And this is something that you can take all year round, but you can take leading up to the time of the year that you maybe have more symptoms. You can take it certainly during and after, but this is something that you're going to kind of chisel away what's happening, your memory inside your liver, to clean it out. That also Complementary to the detox complex is the Zendocrine Detoxification Blend Essential Oil. And this comes both in an oil and a soft gel. It supports body's ability to rid itself of unwanted substances, supports healthy liver function, very purifying, detoxing, and as part of a weight loss program, it can be consumed daily for 1 week leading into a weight loss program. But these can really help clean out your liver. So liver, and then what's happening inside the gut, we're going to talk about that as well. If you've never heard of Lifelong Vitality, these are the supplements that doTERRA makes to support nutritional foundation. So if you've ever seen doTERRA's wellness pyramid, eating right is the foundation of health and wellness. And having the tools that your body needs to grow, to heal, to repair itself, and that kind of thing. So if you see on the top, you can either get the Lifelong Vitality or the Daily Nutrient Pack, but I'm just going to talk about the Lifelong Vitality. There are 3 brown bottles in this box. One is called Alpha CRS, that's for cellular energy and repair, things like ginkgo and their Q-certains, that sort of thing. Then you have your Z Omega, that's your omega capsule. You can either get the fish oil version or the vegan option, but you have your fish oils, some cranberry oils, pomegranate seeds oils that we know are high in omegas, as well as essential oils. And there is not a lot of essential oils. I think there's only 2 drops per day if you take the full dose. And then the third option, our third bottle, is the Microplex VMZ. And what that just stands for is your micronutrients, your vitamins, and your minerals. The important thing about these is that they're food-based, and that means your body is more easily able to absorb them and utilize them. If you've ever considered, I'm thinking about LLV, but maybe I'm not so sure about taking all the capsules, because a full dose is 4 capsules of each per day. The reason that is done is because we do something called loose packing. Loose packing is where you put them in the capsule in such a way that your body can break it down and absorb it, versus mashing it in really tight or turning it into a tablet, where it's going to be a lot harder to break down and then therefore to absorb. Now with the Lifelong Vitality, if you buy it through your account, you have an option of adding up to 3 additional products at significantly reduced rates. So what I'll do a lot of times is get the Lifelong Vitality box, and then I'll add on the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, which we'll talk about in a minute. It's usually $59, but if you buy it with LLV, you can get it for $20. Terrazyme, PB Assist, these are great tools for cleaning out your gut. Again, you can add them onto your order if you're ordering through your account at a significantly reduced rate. Now, Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex is made for people who struggle with joint and muscle issues. But because it's addressing inflammation, and inflammation is the root of some allergy problems, this can be a great way to reduce that inflammatory response. I've so often found that when I'm having a major allergy issue, it just won't stop. And if I can get it under control, get that inflammation down, then I can just keep coasting. But if it's really flared up, this is something that you can take during the season, going into the season. It's not necessarily something you take in an acute moment, although it's helpful. This is more to reduce any underlying inflammation. So great product here for that. Now, obviously, we know drinking a lot of water is important during allergy season. You have a lot more liquid coming out of your face, potentially sneezing and teary and that kind of thing. So it's really important to stay hydrated, because if you're dehydrated, then any mucus that you produce can get dried out, and that's when you can end up with respiratory infections and sinus infections, because you have all this mucus that just can't get out of your body. So for reason number 497, allergy season is a great, important time to drink a lot of water. Now, if you are watching this right now or in the next couple weeks, doTERRA is doing a daily health habits challenge, where we're doing a reset of the insides to clean out gut health, to reduce inflammation, to improve energy, to improve brain health, and that kind of a thing. It's starting this week, but you can join in at any time, and you can purchase the kit, the Daily Health Habits Challenge, through your back office by typing in Daily Health Habits, or you can get started with the doTERRA Cleanse and Restore program, and those products are listed right here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear of all the things we talked about, what tools that you would like to try next that we talked about. If you would like to learn more, you would like to get started, please reach out to the person who shared this video or email thesimpleways@gmail.com to get started and to ask some questions. Hope this was helpful. Have a fantastic weekend and look forward to talking to you soon.